Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to another Let's Play. This time, we are going back to my childhood years, and we are going to play Ren and Stimpy's Invention, a video game based off the Ren and Stimpy series on Nickelodeon that aired in the early 90s. A television show that honestly should not have been greenlit to begin with. But since it was greenlit, we got some games in the process. You can have two players play here, but you can choose player one to be Ren and Stimpy. During gameplay, you can actually pause it and switch out between characters, so that's always a thing. Your controls for the game is a 3-button controller on the Sega Genesis, so your C button, or whatever the equivalent is, will be your jump. B will be your attack, A will be your special, and you have a lot more moves than that as well. You have a password system, although you're probably really not going to need it because this game is short. But let's go ahead and get on with the story. Let's see what this game, the episode that this game is based off of. And thus the adventure begins. So yeah, there were quite a few Ren and Stimpy's games. This show was extremely popular on Nickelodeon back in the day. But it had like a lot of adult humor, a lot of adult themes to it. Which is what's crazy is because the series will be revived later on Spike TV, and that version will be even more crazier, more adult humor and everything like that. But to go with the controls, like I mentioned, C is your jump, but if with your partner you press up and C, you get a special attack or a special jump that, in this case, Stimpy uses Ren like a helicopter. For B is the attack, he throws Ren like a boomerang. If you press up and B, tosses them up above, which, there you go. That does not take away any of your health unless you're the first player, unless Stimpy, since I'm playing as Stimpy, unless I fall into it, or unless you're playing two-player mode. If you're playing two players, you both better know what you're doing because both of you take damage. And let's move this back a little bit. For the A button is your special. You can jump a great distance with Stimpy here with using Ren as like a pogo stick. Up and C makes Ren burp. That's more for gag and comedic effect. And A is your dig, which will be useful in some areas. Now, if you pause the button, you can actually select which character you want. And with Ren, when you use up and C, you squeeze air out of Stimpy's ass, and you gain more height. Up and B, up and attack, will allow Ren to use Stimpy's nose. Down and B uses the Stimpy like a bowling ball. His normal attack is a fly swatter. Ren, I believe, is like a chihuahua. Stimpy is a cat. A regular attack with Stimpy, he coughs up. He makes hairballs like a projectile here. And you got a lot of items here. We're playing on the easy mode just so we can get through this. I have beaten this on normal. Haven't beaten this on hard, though, because the main difference between those three letters... Oh, look at the horse that's from the show, too. Look at that. The main difference between the difficulties is the amount of damage that you take and the amount of healing items that heal you. In easy mode, just about... There's more items that more often than not heal you. Normal mode's not so much the case. I believe it's only ice cream and powdered toast, and I believe it's in hard mode it's only the powdered toast can in regards to that. But yeah, Ren and Stimpy is a weird fucking show. Very fun, very adult humorous and all that stuff, but it was think of it like Rocko's Modern Life for those that remember back in the day, except much less subtle with their jokes and gags, especially when they made their rerun in 2002. But this game was a childhood classic of mine and probably one of the only Ren and Stimpy games that I can beat, and I think I know why. Usually, Ren and Stimpy games have the distinction of being horrible games, bad games to play, and they're usually played by some jackass company like LJN or something like that. But Stimpy's Invention was actually developed by Blue Sky Software. And if you don't know who they are, for the old school gamers such as myself, they would go on to make Vector Man on the Sega Genesis. So hence is probably why the controls are so good. It's actually maneuverable. You can actually get around and stuff. And we collected the beaver. Watch out for these walruses here. Oops, I'm pushing the wrong button. Watch out for the walruses. They can, crush you. And now we are off on the second level of the zoo. Your health does not refill in between stages, so you gotta make do with what you can. Normal mode or easy mode, you get 5 lives. I think you get a couple continues. Normal is 4 lives with a couple. I think 1 continue. Hard mode is I don't think there's any continues, and you probably got like maybe 3 lives to do it, and that's it. Use your special to get through that section there, and you can just smack the. There we go. Use your special to jump over long distances because you're going to need it from time to time, such as here. And what kind of sucks about the AI in, or not the AI, 2024, ladies and gentlemen. What's crazy about the CPU partner in this one is that sometimes he may not always be available when you need to do your special or anything like that. This will probably become prevalent later on. Well, one more thing about the special too is should you manage to hold down the button and walk, you actually run. So, ooh boy. Yeah, just as long as if you touch the water, you take some damage, but as long as you don't. There we go. You got nice little giraffes here, and they're killer. Whatever. Powder toast. Inside of the zoo with the monkeys and the orangutans. You can stun the monkeys by the giant adult ones by smacking them. I think what normal weapon does. I forgot what normal weapon Stimpy has when he's not using Ren as a boomerang. Let's see that real quick. Yeah, the towel. Okay, so we're gonna play as Ren for a little bit, probably for the first few stages. Get away, please. There we go. Finally, yeah. So yeah, sometimes the controls can be a little irritating to maneuver, especially with some partners or anything like that. But yeah, we're just getting through this section here. Gotta make our way towards the end and get inside this bird cage to get to the next section. Alright, what you want to do is you want to booyah! And we got another section here which you get filled with air. And you push the B button to poop air out of your ass to move around. And you got this whole section here where you're just basically trying to go through a little jungle area of the zoo. This is the last area of the stage as well, so just gotta maneuver around. You just don't want to hit any bramble. You don't want to hit enemies because you will go bouncing around and it will send you flying all over the place. If you're playing this on easy, Stimpy. If you're playing this on easy, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. You just gotta learn how to maneuver. But like I'm failing to do right now. Luckily though, I do have healing items here up the wazoo. Get egged by a bird. Get egged again. Get the ice cream cone. That'll heal up. Jar flies or whatever the case. Toenail clippings. I don't know what the fuck that is. Booyah. Yeah, move it. There we go. And you just keep tooting like this. That's all you gotta do. You do have to find a piece, however, to your machine here. So we just gotta slowly put our way through. Give me the powdered toast. I like powdered toast. There we go. Powdered toast man. And that's the stage. And here we are towards in the city, looking for the third piece of 5 of our invention machine. You got firefighters here. You gotta hit them 3 times in order to destroy them. Just take all this area up here. You got rolling logs that'll hurt. The water dripping from the Ren statues will also hurt, so be careful. Luckily, though, you can't go behind this guy because he doesn't turn around. He just stays stationary, so he got his payday for today. Yeah, you do have to go up there, unfortunately. Take that pathway. Come on, Stimps. There we go. And up we go. Wonderful. You got a little construction area you have to maneuver through. Ow. Ow. Fuck you. Okay, so yep. You can actually bounce on your partner too. If you press C right before you land on their head, you can just bounce them around like that. And my favorite... Hold on, let me get rid of this one first because he's making a lot of noise. I don't like that right now. I want something quiet. There we go. So now, my favorite thing to do with Ren on Stimpy, up and A. I could spend like maybe 10-20 minutes doing that alone. Come on, Stimps. Stupid idiot. And of course he falls through. Whee! I don't have to kill him. I just do it out of spite. Because I'm pretty sure he was planning something up to no good anyways. I should just... That's fine. I was like, probably shouldn't jump all the way to the right like that, but whatever. It's another section coming up and not necessarily my favorite section in the game either. You're riding a bike trying to avoid cars and you got a truck of animal control in the process trying to get you. You got to jump on the cars. They can hit you from the back. They can hit you from the front. But the most damage you'll take is if you take damage from that truck. Luckily, though, if you do take damage from a car before you hit the truck, you won't suffer any damage from the truck. But that truck can do, like, easily, I think, quarter damage. Fuck, man. You got next section coming up. Ah, shit. And if you end up dying on this one, you gotta do this all over again. The thing about these potholes is they can't see where they're coming from, so you don't know you don't know where they're coming from. So I'm pretty sure you can memorize it, but yeah, this section here on normal and hard mode, unfair, completely unfair. Okay, I'll bounce on you. That's cool. All right, that's fine. One more. Ay, ay, ay. Thank God. And a free guy to boot. Lost 3 in that shit. And ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this first episode of Ren and Stimpy's Invention. Next time we come back, we'll continue through the second half of the game, restore the Stimpy's Invention, and see where the ending, well, and then beat the game. So until then, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.